The M41 Walker Bulldog is an American Tier 7 light tank. It is a further development of the T-37 experimental tank. The M41 Walker Bulldog underwent trials in 1949. In 1950, the contract for mass production was signed. The tank was produced by the Cadillac Motor Car Division, a division of General Motors. The M41 Walker Bulldog leads to the T-49. In World of Tanks, it is one of the best Tier 7 light tanks, but let's see how it fares in some gameplay. Hello guys and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. As you can see, today we'll be playing in the M41 Walker Bulldog. Driving the Walker Bulldog is MrZorke, and he is platooned with two Tier 10 T-92 artilleries. And we are going to try and finish the mission for MrZorke. That's the light tank 15 mission, and let's see how it goes. So MrZorke is playing aggressively here and trying to go for the spots, and unfortunately he gets spotted here, so he needs to run away. The two artilleries, that's me and Captain Wojke, we are going to try and shoot everything that MrZorke is spotting, like that AMX-50B that was spotted near the rock in the enemy base. And this is overview of me shooting at the AMX-50B. Actually, at the end of the game there was some hit points missing on that 50B. I probably hit him or splashed him for somewhat. So you can see that MrZorke is taking a aggressive position on the middle of the map, basically on Malinovka, and he's going to spot everything that is trying to move in his view range. So he has excellent view range. As you can see, he has the camo net on and he is carrying the coated optics, so that allows him to, with the good crew on this tank, that allows him to have the full view range and to spot everything that is trying to go around, like that light tank that is trying to spot MrZorke here in the bushes. Now the enemies know that he is here and they are going to try and kill him a couple of times, but they really don't know in which bush he is standing in. And as you can see, he is able to spot every time when the enemy heavy tanks are shooting, he is able to spot them. Now on the enemy team we have a platoon of 3 AMX-50Bs, and that's probably the main target for the artilleries, that's ourselves, and for MrZorke to spot. Now this is Captain Wojke shooting at the IS-3. Unfortunately the shot goes wide, but immediately after after Captain Wojke, you can see me shooting at the IS-3 and a great hit for 1000 damage. Now this is what you have to do when you are trying to solve the mission. You have to shoot at the targets that your friendly is spotting. So if MrZorke is spotting this Su-152, for example, you are going to have to shoot at that Su-152. You have to pre-aim there and you are going to have to shoot at the target that he is spotting. So you have to communicate. The best way to communicate is probably through TeamSpeak or some other way of communication. And if you don't have TeamSpeak, don't forget World of Tanks has its own communication built in the game. Now what you saw there was Captain Wojke shooting on the IS-3, finishing that tank off, so we know that MrZorke got 1500 HP from those shots. And now you can see me again aiming at this AMX-50B that is spotted in the base. I go for the shot, really don't know if that one hit or not, but it really doesn't matter. So next up for MrZorke is spotting on the AMX-CDC, and that AMX-CDC is in an awkward position. If he tries to move left or right, he is going to get spotted. There he is trying to go into a position to spot. MrZorke is not going to fire here. He's playing very smartly. He doesn't want to give away his position, and you can see that Captain Wojke is going to fire and finish this AMX-CDC, which is very good for the team. As you can see, the game is going pretty nicely here. We are up one tank, and well, we are playing our best and trying to finish the game now. The bad thing here is that for the most of the part MrZorke has to stand here and not to fire on anything. You can see that every time that somebody is walking on that hill where the usually campers are situated, he gets spotted. So immediately as MrZorke spotted that MX-50B, we turn around, fully reloaded, and going to be aiming and shooting on the 50B. There he is again. He gets shot by some of the tanks that are camping in our base. This is my shot on the 50B, goes a little short, and that's Captain Walker going too far. Now, we didn't hit him there, but it really doesn't matter. This only goes to show you what you have to do when you are playing in a platoon and trying to help your friends solve the mission. So, well, let's just talk about the tank while we are waiting for something to happen, because MrZorke is going to stand here until the end of the game. As you know, Walker Bulldog is a tier 7 American scout tank. It has a 10 shell autoloader, and basically you have 175mm of penetration on those shells. You're going to do around 150 damage with each shell, and that's about it. You have to fully use your clip in the fullest and go for the reload, which is really long. So reloading between the clips is something that you're not going to do that much. You're always going to fire the clip to the fullest and then reload, because the reload is pretty slow. Now you saw me there trying to hit the MX-50B once again behind that rock, but really the T-92 artillery is not that great for those shots, and yeah, I wasn't able to loop around that stone. So what tanks would you consider taking in when you are going to be trying to finish this mission? And take a look at this. That MX-50B is deciding to shoot at the bushes blindly and try and flash out MrZorke, but he is shooting at the wrong bush, and his friendly MX-50B is shooting at the wrong bush. This is really sad. They are trying to blind shot and they got shot back for all of those HP. Now this is Captain Walker in his artillery, fires on the MX-50B and hits him flush. So the game is going very well, as you can see. There are enemy heavy tanks on the hill trying to push forward, but it really doesn't matter. We are going to aim only on the hill if we are in some kind of a danger, but just up till now there are 3 heavy tanks in front of us, and we really don't have to move from our position or try and support the hill. Now MrZorke, as the 2 MX-50Bs are dead, he is deciding to push up. This is a smart thing for him to do, and this is me trying to defend on the top. But unfortunately my shell goes wide against that MX-50B, and I immediately turn my artillery and go away. Yeah, I don't want to stay there fighting with those with those heavy tanks. Now MrZorke is pushing up still. He spotted that IS-3 on the other side. Great view range on the Walker Bulldog allowed him to spot the heavy tank basically on the other side of the map. And he's keeping his spot. He doesn't really want to shoot there and blow his cover off. Now he has 2 tanks aiming on that position. This is what you have to do when you are playing in a platoon and trying to solve the mission. This is me aiming on the IS-3. I give a little lead here, and it hits flush on the IS-3, which is left on 300-400 HP. So MrZorke is still aiming on that IS-3. He doesn't really want to shoot him. He wants to get the spotting damage here, but he could have shot him and killed him, because that counts towards the solving the mission. So, because the game is pretty close to the end, we are advising MrZorke to go forward and go for the artillery. Now the artillery is tier 10 artillery, pretty healthy. They have around 500 damage, and you can see MrZorke shooting for the first time in this game. But that's what you have to do when you are finishing your missions. He is unloading on that artillery. The 2 shots that came were from me and Captain Walker, and we were able to kill all those tanks with our salvos. So MrZorke is in a quite bad situation here. He is a autoloader, remember, and the only thing that he can do here is try and change the aim of the light tank here, but the Tiger 2 saves him. That's a GG, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. MrZorke had an excellent game here. He got a couple of medals like Spotter, Firefighter Effect, Patrol Duty, and of course the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. And also he got the 3rd mark on his Walker Bulldog, which is really nice. On team score sheet we can see that he got 1337 experience, 1 kill and around 1100 damage. On detailed report we can see that he fired 10 shots. That's 1 clip on the Walker Bulldog. We already said he had 1100 damage, and take a look at the assistant damage, 6377. Most of that damage was assistance damage, and this is how you should play your light tanks. This is how you finish the light tank mission. When trying to solve this mission, consider a couple of tanks like some artillery or some heavy tank destroyers like the Jagdpanzer E100 or the Waffenträger, and just try and finish this. Don't give up, and you will get it eventually. I hope you guys saw one way how you should finish this mission, and I hope it helps you in your gameplay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching. If you didn't like the video, drop a dislike or leave a comment how I can improve the channel. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, share and subscribe for more content, as it really helps me out a lot. And then also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Google Plus to get the new content first, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And if you're wondering what to watch next, hit the little I button in the top right corner and it will lead you to another video. See you guys next time.